show. Thank you. You're very nice. Welcome to the show. Today we're talking to young women in a story that made national news. It was a report about teenage girls who run away to Tijuana, Mexico to become exotic dancers in seedy nightclubs where anything goes. We'll meet some of these dancers today on our show. We'll also talk to one of the boyfriends and a customer of these strip shows. Now, before we meet them, I want to show you a video of the girls who dance at the Tijuana clubs. Take a look at this.
Dancing down in TJ is a lot different from dancing in America. And anything goes in Mexico. They don't play that in the States, you know. Mexico, you can get away with anything, and you get a lot for $1. I mean, your money goes real far in the strip clubs down there. I wear a bikini. I cover myself with a dress, then I go on stage, and, you know, I do 3 songs. So by the 2nd song, my dress is off. By my 3rd song, all my clothes are off. Well, it costs $10 a song for table dance. It's basically more like a lap dance because the girl gets on top of the customer. She puts her butt in his face, her crotch in his face. She touches. She gets totally nude. Well, some girls do, not all girls. You know, he can fondle her if the girl lets him. When you're dancing on stage, anywhere, you know, the girl expects to get tipped $1, you know, for being up there dancing. On an average night, like during the week, I'd probably make $100 a day. But on the weekends, you can make up to $300 or $400.
A lot of underage girls work down there. For instance, there was this one 15-year-old, very innocent when she first started working there, and never took anything off, never let any male touch her. And within a few months, when I saw her again, she was ridden with tattoos, heavy, heavy, heavy makeup, went completely nude, and allowed guys to grope and touch her within a matter of just a few months, and corrupt these girls very quickly. A stage dance is when a male will usually lie down on stage with $1 in his mouth, and a girl has several options of, some of them get to the 69 position, which I've seen biting of genitalia for both the dancer and the client, and sitting on faces, some pulling down the men's pants just to check in, just they think they're funny or whatever, and they often try to do the same to the girl, and it just makes the crowd rowdier. That's what they want, more money, all for $1.
There's been a lot of news coverage about the strippers down in TJ lately, and a lot of the girls now, you know, including myself, feel like we're celebrities. You know, before we had people coming down there. Now it's like everybody's coming down. Everybody wants to come down and see the American strippers in TJ. Sometimes we get women's customers in there, and we do table dances for them, lap dances. Well, when the guy starts grabbing me on stage, it's up to me to stop him, you know. I can let him go as far as I want him to, or, you know, I can stop him. Sometimes, you know, they'll get as far as to, you know, touching, or I'll put my crotch in their face or something. But I don't go any farther than that. Some girls do, don't get me wrong. A lot of girls do go a lot further than that.
One time when a customer got angry at me because I wouldn't allow him to touch me, and so he dropped a cigarette on me, which burned me severely, and so I had to drag him onto stage and punched him as hard as I could because the security wouldn't do anything about it.
Some of the customers can do a lot of things that are really, like, I've had a customer bite my crotch. I mean, I've had customers fake like they're going to give you the $1 and then snatch it out of your hand right when they give it to you. There's some guys who come up on stage and won't get down, will actually try to wrestle you down to the ground to get on top of you.
Many of the girls turn to alcohol and drugs such as speed and cocaine, crystal, in order to keep them unaware of what they're really doing. It's a way of keeping them unconscious to realize what they're doing for this money. Because when you go there sober and you see what these girls are actually doing just for the money, you get very depressed. You don't want to do it. You just want to block it out, pretend it's not happening.
My mother danced for 10 years over in another state. I danced, but if my daughter was to ever dance, I'd go crazy. I would never let my daughter do anything that I've done, because it's just a lot of something that a girl shouldn't have to go through, you know, at a young age. At times it can be really dangerous to be down there. I've had guys try to corner me into rooms, and I've had guys follow me outside the club, you know, try to follow me home. It is dangerous down there. I'm not gonna lie. But you just don't be stupid enough to go down there by yourself. You know, don't go down there by yourself. You know, you'll get in a lot of trouble down there by yourself.
Okay, now let's meet these girls. Here they are, Tamara, Nina, and Maria. Welcome to the show. What goes on at these clubs?
Well, almost anything. Almost. It's almost like the States, except we can do whatever we want. It just depends on what the girl wants to do, what she lets the guys do.
So touching, there's touching?
There's touching, yeah.
Why did you go to Tijuana to do this?
Well, I started at 15, so
the minors lie sometimes.
So even though they're 14 or 15 years old, they say that they're older.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody really checks very hard, do they?
No.
And what kind of stuff happens at those clubs? Give me some specific detail if you can. Not of what you did, so you don't implicate yourself, but some of the other girls there.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Well, there is times where guys do touch in other areas, you know, and they do. Prostitution is legal in Mexico, so men do go looking for prostitutes there.
When we come back, we're going to meet a boyfriend of one of our dancers, and he'll confront one of her customers. Please stay with us.
$1. Hold it in my mouth. Come here. Come here. Show them what you do for $1. Come on. Come on.
I go down there 2 nights a week to make some money, extra money, okay, to help support me and my kid. That has nothing to do with, I don't want to strip as a career.
For your free tickets to the Jerry Springer Show in Chicago, call 312-321-5365.
We're just everyday, normal people with just a little bit different situation.
Lori and Dory are back, and America's oldest conjoined twins are as candid as ever.
And you are all welcome to ask anything you want.
I love your spirit.
Dory's been moonlighting as a country music singer, and does Jerry have a surprise for her?
What we'll do is pay for your trip to Nashville for a recording session.
Don't miss the next chapter in the lives of these special sisters, tomorrow on Springer. Are you having second thoughts about an upcoming marriage and want to tell your fiancé on our show? If so, please call us at 1-800-96-JERRY.
Welcome back. Thank you very much. Welcome back. Today we're exploring the seamy world of Tijuana strip clubs where young girls dance to make dollars. Now, we've already met several women who work at the clubs. Now we're going to meet one of the customers of these clubs. Please welcome John.
How you doing, girls?
John.
You all right?
Welcome to the show. Thanks for dressing up. John, you admit you are a customer of these clubs. Let me ask a simplistic question. Why do you go?
Well, I work in bars and nightclubs like this strip clubs around in California, and basically it's pretty weak, Jerry.
What do you mean it's pretty weak?
Well, you got to spend a lot of money. These girls basically tease the hell out of you, and, you know, you're spending all your money, and it's not very fun. Go down south of the border, Jerry, and I'm the king. For $1, I can get that right in my face,
well, hey,
right where I want it.
So, okay, now after you've been to the pet store, where do you go? Okay, tell me this. $1, on a serious note, you're telling me you're waving $1, and what happens for $1?
$1. Hold it in my mouth. Come here. Come here. Show them what you do for $1. Come on. Come on.
He's smoking.
Wow.
All right.
Then you don't get my $1.
Nina, you have a boyfriend, and his name is Joshua. Let's bring out Joshua.
Joshua? How you doing, man? Hey, have a seat, boy. Have a seat. Hey,
Joshua,
right.
welcome to the show. Nina's your girlfriend. How do you feel about the fact that she dances at some of these clubs?
I don't like it. It's my woman. I don't want no like this. Trying to get money, trying to grab her, trying to get something for free.
Well, without condoning what he's doing it because they agree. In other words, he holds up his guys like him will hold up the $1, the $5, $10, whatever it is, and a lot of the girls in the club apparently will do something for that.
Well, he said
so what do you say to her? I'll step out of it. You talk to your girlfriend. I'm out of it. It's not my business. You talk to her. What do you want her to do?
I want her to quit it. But not all the girls in there do that, but I want her to quit it because that's...
Talk to her. This is your chance. You convince her.
I want you to quit working.
You're going to support me?
Hey, either you quit working and come with me, or you just keep going like this.
I don't go to fat. You know I don't go to like that. You sit there and watch me work.
Come to you.
And I tell him to go away, too. You know I don't accept tips from guys nasty like him.
Still, it's just not right.
He comes to watch me work, so any of you, whatever, he sits there and watches me work. He knows what I do. He sits there from the time I go to the time I leave. So.
What goes through your mind while she's dancing and these other guys are ogling her or fondling her or whatever?
Fondling?
Sometimes I get mad, because sometimes the guys, they start, like, trying to grab me, and I start getting mad, and sometimes I almost get into fights. I get up, and I go over to them, saying, and then they're like...
I guess my point is, why is your argument with the guys and not with her? I mean... Understand what I'm saying? Understand, I'm not excusing what the guys are doing. What I'm saying is...
She does it for money. She's making money. So she got to make money somehow.
Are you suggesting that the only way she knows how to make money is to dance on tables?
She can get a job at Jack in the Box, Thrifty.
Don't go away. We're gonna meet a dancer who says this is a dangerous occupation and these girls need to get out now. Please stay with us.
Tomorrow on Springer.
So we're just everyday normal people with just a little bit different situation.
Lori and Dory are back, and America's oldest conjoined twins are as candid as ever.
And you are all welcome to ask anything you want.
I love your spirit.
Dory's been moonlighting as a country music singer. And does Jerry have a surprise for her?
What we'll do is pay for your trip to Nashville for a recording session.
Don't miss the next chapter in the lives of these special sisters. Tomorrow on Springer.
We're talking to young women who work as exotic dancers across the border in wild Tijuana nightclubs. Now, even though the women on my stage think this is a good job with great pay, not everyone agrees with them. My next guest is a dancer who says girls who work in these joints are asking for trouble. Please welcome Tanya. Hi, Tanya. Welcome to the show. What are you in the same business they are in?
Not exactly, no.
Tell me what you do.
I did start out stripping. I did go down to Tijuana. It's not like they're telling you at all. It's not at all.
What
down
happens
there for $1, a lot more goes on than just, look, I'm cute. Trust me. They sit on, like he laid down with the $1 in his mouth, that goes on down there. There's petting, I don't know any of these ladies personally. I don't know if with these ladies, but it's very dangerous in foreign countries, very. And I've been there. I toured many places.
Why did you decide to leave there?
I went out there on a tour with a group, and there was a club that I walked in and saw just those things being done. And not the only club, it was at many of the clubs. And I'm sorry, my body is worth a heck of a lot more than $1. They want to be able to touch you, pet you, whatever they think they can. That's what they want to do, and that's what they.
It's one hell of a dance.
Yeah.
These girls are lovely girls. They're sweet girls. I've had a chance to talk to them for maybe 5-10 minutes in the back. They're nice girls. They're smart. They just are on the wrong path. You know, if you're going to do it in California. Come to the clubs in L.A. where it's a safe environment. You're watched over. You walk to your car. You're made sure that everything's all right. You make good money, and you don't have to sit on anybody's face to do it.
What is it?
I never sat on nobody's face.
What is it that you do now?
I'm known as the fire bitch. And
you're the one.
If you want,
no, what?
Jerry, if you want to know what I do, I'll be happy to show you. And there's, basically what I do is I put a little bit of performance to it. I don't take anything off. The bikini stays on. I'm not saying that I haven't. I did at one time do the topless and all that. But I found out that, you know what, I can make just as much money and give women a better name and show that we are strong women. We can dance, we can be sexy. Because women that go down at a lot of strip bars, when they go nude, they go topless. The women don't want to send their boyfriends or their husbands on a bachelor party there. Because something else is going to happen, or might. There are a lot of us dancers out there who are entertainers. Trust me, we're not there to take your men's phone numbers or date them or anything else. We're there to entertain them and let them go home to you.
Okay, let's see what you do.
Really? Happy to show you.
There's more to come when we return. Tomorrow's best friend begs her to quit stripping. An adult entertainment star, Vixen, makes these dancers an offer for a different career. Please stay with us.
I'm not going to be doing this for the rest of my life. Did I say I was going to be doing this for the rest of my life? I just turned 18.
What if your daughter comes in and wants to do what you do? What if your daughter started stripping for a living?
For your free tickets to the Jerry Springer Show in Chicago, call 312-321-5365. Springer.
We're just everyday, normal people with just a little bit different situation.
Lori and Dory are back, and America's oldest conjoined twins are as candid as ever.
And you are all welcome to ask anything you want.
I love your spirit.
Dory's been moonlighting as a country music singer. And does Jerry have a surprise for her?
What we'll do is pay for your trip to Nashville for a recording session.
Don't miss the next chapter in the lives of these special sisters, tomorrow on Springer. Do you have a great idea for a show? If you'd like to be a guest on the Jerry Springer Show, give us a call at 1-800-96-JERRY.
Welcome back. We're talking to young women who dance in the infamous Tijuana strip clubs. Now, we've met Tamara, her sister Nina, and Maria, all dancers at these bars. Now we're going to meet one of their friends who also used to work as a Tijuana stripper. Please welcome Jewel. Jewel, welcome to the show. What can you say about where they dance? What goes on?
I've been there for 6 months, and I know what goes on there, and I know it's degrading no matter how much someone tries to say, no, it's just a job or whatever. It's not. I mean, you take it personally. You don't just take it and say, okay, I'm a different person. You don't.
Take it personally.
No, everyone does. It's impossible. You can't sit there and listen to what these people say. No one takes you seriously. No one's going to respect you when it's an environment, even though each individual does what they want and dances how they like and wears whatever they want. It's not like that. I mean, everyone stereotypes you as because there's other people who go to extremes and girls who do whatever and let men do whatever they want.
But as long as you know you're not the one doing it, who cares what people think about you?
But most of them don't admit it when they do it.
Except me. I tell them exactly what I want, and they do it. Or they don't do it, and I move on to the next one. Get out, get in. That's it.
But you all know where he's going to end up in 30 years.
Yeah.
Alone with a magazine.
Yeah, but sometimes Newsweek has some good editions. You know, it's not... But the question also is, where are these young women going to end up?
Don't care. There'll be a new crop of young ones in at the
Maybe
club.
that's what's unsettling, because you're looking at the stage, and most of you really are basically saying, you don't give a crap.
I go there for entertainment,
and you don't care about the women there. The women certainly don't care about the guys.
I care about them.
They care about the money.
Okay, obviously I'm not, but I'm saying the women that are now working there. Everybody seems to be saying, who cares?
Well,
what anybody
where
thinks.
Do you guys get the
who
idea
cares
that
what my
we're not
boyfriend
doing
thinks?
else?
Who cares? You saying, who cares what the girls think? You're saying, who cares what these guys are? No one gives a damn about anybody else anymore. And you know, then you wonder why.
And you can't live like that. You can't live with knowing that no one gives a damn about you, and so therefore you don't care about yourself. You don't respect yourself. The ultimate, I mean,
who don't respect themselves?
I'm sorry, but I mean, I don't think.
Because you ain't speaking for me.
I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not the one who's dancing there.
Would you tell your child what? Obviously, your baby's too young now, but would you tell at what age will you tell your kid what you did for a living, or still do?
I won't tell my kid. I'm not going to be doing this. I'm not going to be doing this for the rest of my life. Did I say I was going to be doing this for the rest of my life? I just turned 18.
What if your daughter comes in and wants to do what you do? What if your daughter started stripping for a living?
My daughter won't. See,
what mommy does.
First of all, my mom did not step in and try to stop me. I will stop my daughter.
Is that right? So your mom was a stripper?
My mom was a stripper for 10 years.
Okay, I'm not disrespecting your mom. I'm just saying that's a lot of strippers have daughters.
She's a manager now, so it's not like all strippers end up, you know, doing it for the rest of their lives.
Well, if you know that you ought to step in to stop your daughter from doing it, then you must know there's something not very good about it. Otherwise, why would you be stopping it? Honestly, Tamara, you're sitting...
I didn't say there was anything good about it.
I have a 7-year-old son.
Did I say
he knows
that?
what
No.
I do. I have a 7-year-old son. He knows what I do. I'm not ashamed of what I do. I keep my clothes on. I do this to pay the bills, as I just
But in fairness, there's a difference.
Inspiring actress. You know,
But there's
like
a difference. There's a difference between what you're doing and what they're doing.
Exactly, and that's just it. I want these girls to get in doing it right.
Wait.
These girls can do it right. They just have to get on the right path to do it.
Maybe we think we're doing it right. Maybe we don't want to light ourselves on fire. And
no, I'm not expecting you to do the fire.
I know it's true. She thinks it's dangerous in Tijuana.
No,
I think it's kind of dangerous lighting your on fire.
Hey, you got raped in a taxi cab. You didn't get raped working.
When you get
well, that was her own fault.
Yeah.
That was her fault for getting raped in a taxi cab, okay?
I'll get with you in a moment.
What? It's never the woman's fault for getting raped. That's crazy.
Why was her fault?
Never the woman's fault.
Let me come back. I'll tell you why.
No. It was not my fault for
Hey,
getting
let's
raped
bring
in a
out,
taxi
there's another
cab.
woman
You
here.
didn't have a security guard with you, walk you out to the cab?
I should be safe in
You
any
didn't have
part
the cab
of the
driver?
U.S.
Wait, you didn't have the cab driver's name,
But you
number
weren't in the
taken
US.
down? No, you didn't.
No, I
It's your
didn't.
fault.
And
for
you're
getting
right.
into any
You're
cab
right.
in a
But
foreign country.
A woman should be able to go anywhere, in any place. We can go butt naked if we'd like.
In a foreign country, you have no rights.
And be able to go places.
Well, you said yourself in a foreign country you have no rights.
You're thinking like an American.
So you're
in
right.
America.
It was a mistake I made. I'm not denying that.
that's
It was a
something-
mistake I made. Something happened to me.
Well, you said
But I don't ever want to see that happen to you. That's my point.
Well, you
That's my point of being
because
here.
you said you were more. You said you were different than she was when she was younger.
Because she told me
Anyway,
last night what
you
she
said
does
you were
is not
different than
different
we
from
were.
what she
Well,
does.
usually when we
I'm
leave,
no better
we
than
travel.
one of these girls. These girls are no better
But
than
we
I.
travel
We're
together.
all equal.
We
They're
travel
just
together.
on different levels of the same thing.
No,
I'd
it's
like
not.
to see these girls make something of themselves.
I don't think it's different.
These girls make something. They make money, okay? That's what they like. They like money. They like guys to come down there. Otherwise, they wouldn't strip for a living.
What do these girls have to show for it?
What do they have to show for it?
I don't know. These
I
girls
pay
have
my
money.
bills.
That's on them.
You do.
Some girls have
me?
homes.
Probably as much as you do.
Some girls
You own your own home?
have
And
bad drug habits.
Own your own home?
We
So it
travel
depends.
Own your
together.
own home?
I'm probably not as old as you are.
No, you're
But
not.
We travel together. We travel together is what I'm
You're
saying.
not. But with
You
as
were
much drugs
different.
as most dancers do, you look as old as me.
Do you? I don't do
All right, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
I go down there 2 nights a week to make some money, extra money, okay, to help support me and my kid. That has nothing to do with, I don't want to strip as a career.
Tomorrow on Springer.
We're just everyday, normal people with just a little bit different situation.
Lori and Dory are back, and America's oldest conjoined twins are as candid as ever.
And you are all welcome to ask anything you want.
I love your spirit.
Dory's been moonlighting as a country music singer. And does Jerry have a surprise for her?
What we'll do is pay for your trip to Nashville for a recording session.
Don't miss the next chapter in the lives of these special sisters. Tomorrow on Springer.
Today we're talking to young women who strip in wild Tijuana nightclubs where some girls will do anything to make money. Now let's bring out another exotic dancer, and her name is Vixen. Vixen,
Hi, Jerry.
Hi. Where do you dance?
I travel. I tour all over.
Okay.
I do adult films. I'm here to say this is incredible what they're doing for $1.
Shakespeare and stuff like that. Yeah.
This is incredible what they're doing for $1. I don't believe it. I mean,
They didn't say what
come on.
we're doing for $1, what some girls are doing for $1. You don't know what we do.
We're doing
Exactly,
for $1.
you don't know.
Excuse me.
Okay, well, why don't have you guys thought about
Guys, no one
coming
getting that through the
west to dance? I mean, you
have.
could make good money.
I have to come here to dance.
That's
Well, why
having
don't you
sex
stay here? What?
on film? Are you trying to say
We're
that's
not
fake?
having
What we
sex.
doing?
I had
I
safe
was there
sex.
for 3
I had
months. I
safe
didn't take
sex.
anything off. I had
bra and underwear on the whole time. I didn't let anyone touch me. I took the dollars. You're there having sex where you didn't say that that's better? Just because it's another country?
I have safe sex with people that I choose to have sex with.
Well,
it is my choice.
The whole time that I've been
I am not out shaking my thing at
in front
any
of the camera,
guy.
you are.
Well, yeah, in front of the camera.
I'm not just shaking your thing, in your thing.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
By who I want to, not just any guy sitting out there.
Well, I think what she's trying to say is just if you're going to do it this way. It's safer. You're going to get paid for it. Not that I agree with it.
Right.
It's not the line for me. You know, and I apologize.
The money.
I got out of line with
She's
you guys.
trying to say that they're having
Think about
sex
the
with
money.
these people.
You guys make so much more money in
they
the
make
U.S.
a lot more money here in California.
You know,
Like there's bars out here that charge $10, $15, $20 covers just to get in. They don't sell alcohol.
You've really studied
That's
this.
because it's class, babe. And you are definitely not class.
John, you ought to write a paper.
Well, I don't know about that, Jerry. I'm here doing the Jerry Springer Show. I think that's
there's
quite a nice thing. What do you think?
There's another woman. There's another woman that does this dancing, and her name is Nikki. Let's bring her out.
All right.
Nikki, as I understand it, you're 19?
Yes.
Okay. You are 19, and you were or still are dancing in a club in Tijuana?
Yes.
Okay. You have a younger sister.
Uh-huh.
She is 14.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about her.
She was going down to TJ since she was 11 years old. And I didn't tell her to strip. She walked in there and she said, I need money. That's all, you know, she's only 14 years old. So she started doing it, but she took it too far. She started staying down there for like weeks at a time. I told her
If she stays down there a day at a time at 14, that's not good.
It's not, but, you know, I can't stop her. She has her own personality. I can't stop her. She's doing what she's doing.
Couldn't Big Sister get on the phone with Mom and say, you know what, let's drive
I'm the one
her
that
home.
told my mom where she was staying at so they can go get her.
She used to tell her all the time.
To go home. To go home.
Why
and go to school.
Why does the club that you work at permit a 14-year-old to dance?
They don't know. I mean,
You know, you're her sister.
Yeah,
you go
I know,
and tell them
but
she's 14.
She has a fake ID. I didn't know about no fake ID. She has a fake ID in my name.
Jerry, the age doesn't matter down there.
Yeah, age does not matter.
They don't care.
It's one,
They don't care.
All for one. It doesn't matter what the age
You know
is
what?
down
The
there.
thing is that people that are not minors do not want to work there anymore because once they're able to go work over there, that's why the majority of them tend to be
obviously
minors.
there's
because
still
that's all
minors
they
working
can.
there.
But they can work in nude bars in L.A. You only have to be 18 because they're not allowed to serve alcohol in a nude bar. So they could come and do.
But you also
LA.
need a permit to work there.
Not in L.A. In San Diego.
San Diego.
It's so good this is
Possibly not in
organized.
LA. And like I said, for the ladies,
Well,
I
you don't
apologize.
live in
I
LA,
jumped
you live
on
in
you, and I didn't mean to because I have concern for you. I don't want to see anything happen to you. I want to see you guys make something. I want to see you guys go somewhere.
First of all, I mean, if you're
be safe.
irresponsible enough to go down there yourself and not have no one behind, I have people come down there and take me home and pick me up. That sits there and watches me the whole time and to make sure I get home safely. I'm not just going down there by myself. I have friends that come down there and make sure I'm okay. I have bouncers, guys
Nikki,
that are my friends.
why are you doing this?
Why? Because I need money for school and I have a 2-year-old daughter.
Why can't you dance in the USA?
Because I'm not trying to make it as a career, okay? I go to
You
medical
can make
school.
it here. You can
Okay?
make it here.
No,
you
I
can
don't
make
wanna
more
strip
money.
here, okay? I go down there 2 nights a week to make some money, extra money, okay? To help support me and my kid. That has nothing to do with, I don't want to strip as a career, okay? I like to dance. I'm a dancer, okay? Even though I take my top off, that does not mean nothing. I'm a dancer. I don't have sex on TV like you do. I don't get paid to have sex.
Sweetheart,
All I do is dance.
Here, have $1.
No, thank you.
Okay.
See, you're the kind of fat guys
Take
that
$1.
come in there and try to sit there and try to have an orgasm or
Okay,
whatever.
we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have some more, and we'll also have a chance to ask some of you guys some questions, okay? We'll be right back.
Are you engaged to be married but have a secret you want to tell your fiancé before the wedding? If so, please call 1-800-96-JERRY and tell us your story.
Okay, welcome back. Yes.
I
have a question for the blonde, the third one in. I want to know what your point is being up there, then what you are doing is worse than what they're doing. You're having sex on TV. You are having sex on TV with men. They're not having sex.
Do you have sex at home with your boyfriend or your husband?
I don't think she gets videotaped. Show it to the whole world.
Okay, well,
I don't think it's on your
videotape it, but it is with somebody that I choose, such as my husband or a couple other guys that I am with, and then... How do you choose these people? You're a jerk anyway. You just shut up.
How do you choose these people? By the way they look? Someone in this audience could have
these are people that I have known for a long time, and it is
you could not tell by looking
darling.
at them.
What?
How, using a condom? Condom break.
Safe sex. Have you seen any of my movies? No, I don't think so, because you're too uptight.
Can I point something out? That these young girls end up growing up around this environment. When they go and work there and they're 14 and 13 and 15, they're brought up around this, so how can you really sit there and accuse them when this is what they're brought up around? How do they know better? If you want to dance, you want to make money, you want to keep yourself to yourself, you get in touch with me. I'll give you my phone number after the show. I'll choreograph a routine for you, and you'll get a good show in the U.S.
Nikki,
I graduate in May from medical school, okay? I will not be doing this after May, okay? This is just for right now, okay? So I have no career. I don't want this to be a career. Okay, so it has nothing to do
I don't know how many times I've heard that. I'm not doing this.
Wait a second. How can you be in medical school at 19?
I can't say what school I go to, but I'll be graduating as a medical assistant, certified and registered after May. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay. Okay,
I
here's
am
the
going
point.
somewhere in my life. I ain't trying to make this as a career, okay? You know, if you have the body to go make some money legally and not a hooker or having sex on TV, then I'll tell you to go do it, as long as you're doing it safely. But TJ may not be safe, but I'm doing it the right way. I have people watching out for me.
Nikki, and I understand your concern, which people can only admire for your child, and you want to have a good career. But if you are going to be a medical assistant, is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have to be smart enough to know that there are other ways to provide for your child, get your education, make a living, other than going to the clubs and dancing in front of these guys where you said yourself now, you are appalled by that they're guys that throw money at you for this. You're smart enough to know you don't have to do that.
Yeah, but
you choose to do that.
That's right, and they'll continue. They'll continue to do it.
Dance because I like to dance, okay? And if I like to dance, I might as well get paid for it.
Join the ballet.
I like to dance. They like the money.
I'm going to give you a chance.
Yeah, the money's good. I mean,
the real
all
answer.
you do is dance. I mean, some of the other, there's other girls there that sit there and get offered to have sex. And I mean, there's another American girl down there right now that is turning into a hooker. But that ain't me.
Okay.
I'm a dancer and a performer. That's it.
I'll be back with the final thought in just a moment.
For your free tickets to the Jerry Springer Show in Chicago, call 312-321-5365. Tomorrow on Springer.
We're just everyday, normal people with just a little bit different situation.
Lori and Dory are back, and America's oldest conjoined twins are as candid as ever.
And you are all welcome to ask anything you want.
I love your spirit.
Dory's been moonlighting as a country music singer. And does Jerry have a surprise for her?
What we'll do is pay for your trip to Nashville for a recording session.
Don't miss the next chapter in the lives of these special sisters. Tomorrow on Springer.
Let me take let me take this opportunity to thank all of you for being with us, and good luck in the life decisions that you make. The one thing that there's a common denominator here, you really are all very bright people. That became clear. Hope you make good judgments about your lives. Good luck. You know, for most of these girls, their lives headed south long before they did, long before they crossed the border to Tijuana and stripping. I mean, when you consider the track record of these girls, what happens to them by the time they hit 35 or 40, for the temporary gain of quick cash, they seem to be throwing their lives away. Rape, drug addiction, crime, disease, no stable relationships, poverty. A good number don't even make it to 35. The future seems disastrous for them once they cross the border, toss their clothes and self-esteem into the lap of any drinking guy brandishing a $10 bill. Of course, when you talk to some of these girls, they say it's exciting and fun, and they're careful. But beneath their gyrating and worldly bodies, they're still children, and misguided children can even find fire exciting and fun. But they're likely to be burned, as these young strippers are. But if these kids are runaways to begin with, running away from homes where they've been neglected or abused or abandoned anyway, the bright lights and ready cash of Tijuana are bound to grab their attention and be a magnet for their already directionless lives. You see, the issue here is not Tijuana or stripping. Rather, it's why they felt the need to run away in the first place. For many of these girls, they felt naked in the world long before they started taking off clothing for money. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.
We want some Jerry Springer tickets, so pity us. We'll take a train, plane, car, or a bus. No matter how many talk shows that there will be, Jerry Springer is the one for me.
Hey, we're from Orland Park, Illinois. And Jerry, we think you're a chocolate cake.
Yo, Jay, you the bomb, man. Keep up the good work. Peace.
As soon as we get home, Jerry, we're gonna turn to you. You happy, baby?